Hi there, and welcome back to Porter's Journey. Thanks so much for watching the first episode. And again, we're Andrew and Melissa, and we're coming to you from Vernon, British Columbia, Canada. And and if you haven't, as they say on YouTube, we'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the channel and like the video. And then you'll be able to join us on our journey. And it's really, as I said in the past video, it's primarily a video just tracking our investments and just us learning. We are not, we handle our bills and we pay our bills and we earn money and those kind of things, but we're not, I wouldn't describe us as really like financially geeky kind of people that way.
So we're kind of ordinary.
We're very ordinary. But it's just, we just, as time has gone on, and just even seeing what we were earning on interest and savings accounts and banks, I think part of the process has been for me is just to take a bit more ownership and recognize that my money is an asset and that I need to be doing more with it. And so I think that's probably what has brought us around to investing. And throughout the years, we have either worked with people or worked for people that did some investing, like your friend, your boss, Tim.
Yep.
Used to invest quite a bit. But we always felt it was out of our league. So in terms of our goal, just for what we're trying to invest, just starting real small. Just like the thumbnail said, it's really our goal is just to get to $1,000 that we've invested in our TFSA. And you might wonder, why is that amount so small? You may have also noticed that I got a little bit of gray hair. So it's not that we're just out of college or anything. But the bottom line is, again, one of the things that we did was we worked with nonprofits just for our early married life. And so we were just really starting out a few years ago. We just started out with buying a house and getting a mortgage. And so we put most of our income and resources into paying that down as quick as we can. And so that's why our goals for investing are probably smaller than maybe some would expect someone of our age to be. Experience, that's right. Experience. So how are we coming up with the money to invest? When your goal is $1,000, we're certainly trying to get some dividend payment back, but most of that 1,000 will be money that we've put in. So what's one of the ways that we're trying to come up with that money?
One of the ways is that I'm trying to have a more set out meal plan each week for our family. So we have 4 children between the ages of 10 and 16. So there's our food bill is a major expense in our house.
It's true.
So I'm just trying to plan out our meals better, but also trying to spend a little bit to have some easy prep meals in the freezer. So at the last minute, say we've had a really crazy day, a bunch of things have come up and it's now late in the day and we don't have any supper kind of out, that we have things kind of ready and on hand to throw in just to save us the temptation just to maybe grab some burgers on the way home, and just to save ourselves even a little bit of money that way. Mm-hmm. So it was meal planning and just in our life expenses.
Yeah.
Spring is coming. So
Mm-hmm.
one little one little way as well is that I have a little rack to dry clothes, and then I'll put that outside and I'll just try to dry our jeans and some of our heavier items outside. And even though it seems like such a small little thing, just to help reduce a little bit on our electricity costs in our house.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I think for me, eating out a bit less, again, sometimes just with our life and how we roll, for me, it's just easier to grab some food on the go. And I think that's one of the ways that I'm trying to save money is just to be a bit more organized, to grab something at home. And again, we're not, I think we'll...
I should just reiterate that because you're trying to be more organized, but I usually make your sandwich.
It's true. It's true. Thrown under the bus by my own wife. But no, it is true. Although we will be eating out at least once this week, because it is our anniversary.
That's right.
How many years have we been married now?
Why don't you tell them?
19.
19.
See?
19 years. And so at Christmas time, we actually received some gift certificates for a couple of restaurants here in town. And so we have saved them. And so actually we will be using our gift certificates tomorrow night for our anniversary.
Woohoo! So that's good. I think one of the things that I was going to say also is, for me, again, just, you know how sometimes you use that phrase, oh, it's just $20? And, you know, whenever it's just, it's not that you throw the money away, but you're maybe a little less careful with the smaller amounts. And I think for me, like I said at the beginning, just to see the value of our money and see the value of what we can be doing ourselves to save money. And so I'll probably end up giving the kids haircuts and doing all kinds of stuff. I can't see any problems with that. Maybe we'll start making our own clothes. Yes, that would go over well with my teenage kids. So there's just all kinds of things like that we'll do to try to save money. So in terms of who we're investing with, we ended up going with Wealthsimple Trade. Here in Canada, of course, you guys know there's more bigger established banks, and they're great. But just with that starting point of just $1,000, and we're up to $315.33 is where we're up to, and we've done that in a couple of deposits of like $100 and then $200. And so with those smaller amounts, the commissions were just really hard in the bigger banks, and so that's what made us look at Quest Trade, and then we ended up landing on Wealthsimple Trade. And we'll do more of a review on Wealthsimple Trade in the next episode, likely. But that's why we ended up going with them, because of the no commissions, 0% commissions. There is definitely some other compromises that you give up on, and so yeah, that's really why we went with them. And now we'll just take a look at our account on the computer. So this is our portfolio. Here we are on the desktop version of Wealthsimple, and I'm signed in. And so you can see this is a grand amount. It's $315.33, and it's not a big amount. We're not quite ready to retire, maybe next month, but with this amount, we're maybe halfway to our journey. No, it's a small amount, but it's good just to get something started, and everything counts, right? And so you can see today we went up 1%. In the last week, we went up 3%. In the last month, we went up 2%. And then 3 months, we haven't been investing for 3 months, but it's went up 2% as well. And so this is our overall value. And then as you scroll down, you get to see just other information. Well, as I said, I think our next video will be a review of Wealthsimple Trade and just what it's been like in the first month. But here are the different holdings, are the different shares that we own that are part of our portfolio. And as you can see here, it's real small amounts, just 2 shares and 1 share. And we'll just keep building that up. We have been looking into investing in just solid Canadian companies. And in particular, just starting now to sort of think more about dividends. Not all these pay dividends. And then, of course, we have some ETFs, which we'll get into more what that means in another time. But you can see they're all up, apart from BlackBerry, which is there to keep me humble. We used to live not a million miles away from Kitchener, which is the headquarters. I guess maybe even Waterloo, which is headquarters for BlackBerry. And so I know you're not meant to invest based on emotion, but there is sort of a bit of a connection. We'll get into the story with BlackBerry in a bit. But anyway, just a little quick view of our portfolio. And you can see some stuff we're watching. You can see we have a little bit available to trade. And then, just the overall amount. And so that's our portfolio. So thanks again just for joining us again here at Porter's Journey. Remember to subscribe, to like, and even just to sign up if you want to, or just leave some comments below and give us any advice that you have for us. We would sure appreciate that. And stay tuned for the next episode. As I say, I'm pretty sure we're going to end up doing a Wealthsimple Trade. Just kind of like, what is the word I'm looking for?
A review?
A review. That's the word I'm looking for. We'll take you through step by step. And then there's also a little competition coming up. The gloves are going to be coming off because we're actually pretty competitive. And already, even as I mentioned earlier, some of the stocks Melissa has already picked, and they're doing really well. But we're going to maybe have a little competition. So we'll get Melissa set up with the TFSA, and then we'll see who's going to win that competition. So tune in
Well,
for...
I know who's going to win.
Yes, you do, probably. We'll stay tuned for the next episode. Bye for now.